Who's that short kid on the black helmet? I was watching at one point last night when he took off down the ice. And
Sorry, didn't have the mute button undone. Hermantown comes the other way. Into the offensive zone, down into the slot. Poke checked off his stick. Max picks that one up. Runs into a player there, stolen. Shot wide of the net. Griffin in behind his own net, plays it ahead for Max. Held in at the point. Up off the glass. Hermantown intercepts at center ice. They'll be back into the zone. Played ahead, that misses the net. Shot from short angle, was off the side. Matt has it behind the net, that comes near side. Puck loose, Hermantown picks it up. Centers into the high slot. Hard shot, scores. With that, Hermantown, first one's on the board. Brecken wins this one back to Gray. They'll play it ahead. That's just out of reach of Tony. Brecken dumps it in, icing waved off. Hermantown forced to retreat. Played up ahead. Taken away by Gray. Backhands it up the wall. Hermantown takes it away at their blue line. Into the offensive zone on the far side. Forced down into the corner, still battling. Puck near side in the circle, centered. All the way through, shot from the slot. Matt will pick up the rebound, saved by Jace. Puck back into the corner. Matt able to take it away side of the net. He's going to fire this one to Bria. Passes it center for Brecken. He's pushed off the puck. Hermantown dumps it right back out. Centering pass to nobody. Bria is going to fire this one into the zone. Hermantown will start at their own blue line. Tony picks up a loose puck on a fan shot. This shot gets blocked out front. Dump out attempt held in. Oh, not held in by Declan. He's going to wait for Tony to get on sides. Drop pass for Miles. Dumped into the zone. Declan couldn't hold. This will come back from Matt in his own end. Rink wide pass, tipped. Matt, Will has it, up to Declan, into the zone. Loses possession into the corner. Ruck's giving chase. Will dumps it back to the corner for Rux. He'll play it around behind. Declan battling along the half wall. Clearing attempt, held in by Matt. Shot off a stick. That'll go to the near side corner. Hermantown plays it ahead. It's deflected out front. No retreat. Played up the far side wall. Stretch pass intercepted. Hermantown does get it at the blue line, though. Poke check there. Dump down into the corner. Matt protects the puck there in the corner. Up ahead. Possession through neutral ice. Into the offensive zone, around the corner. Set out front, nobody there. Declan covering up at the blue line. His shot in on net, blocker save. Declan picks up a loose puck inside the zone. Hands over for Rux. Sidesteps one. Over for Will in the slot. Down to Declan. Couldn't get the shot off. Matt has it at the blue line. Pivots. Backhands one towards the net. Shot from Declan misses. Ruxin's got it. Back to the point for Matt. Matt will walk the line. Hard shot right off the body. Hermantown able to clear. Chip past Miles into the offensive zone. 2-on-1. Declan finally back. Shot off the mask. Save from Jace. 9:30 left in the first. We'll get a defensive zone face-off here. So Garrett's out tonight, not feeling well. Proctor going to be running 3 defensemen. We'll see how tired we get by the end of the game. Hermantown wins the draw. Shot gets blocked out front. In behind. Gray off the wall. He's able to get it out of the zone. This won't make it for icing. Hermantown forced to play. Pass near side. Declan down to Griff. That goes too far. Max in the corner. Plays it in behind. Griffin could come off of it behind the net. Hermantown will play it off the wall. Max went skate the stick, but into the zone before we had cleared, so offside's the call. Neutral zone draw coming. Hermantown wins that draw. They'll go rink wide with it. That ends up in the bench. Draw one all the way back by Hermantown on this one. Tony with the takeaway, sends it out front. That's sent back to the corner. Hermantown now starts out. Rink wide pass into the zone. Centered. Miles knocks it away. Tony able to start ahead out of the zone. Into the offensive zone. Hands off to Declan. He'll toe drag. Backhand out front. Stick aside by the goaltender. Off the wall for Gray. Back down. That's cleared. Gray gets it at the blue line, looking for a line change. Fires it rink wide. Tony will overskate it. Hermantown with the puck now. Dump down to the corner, rims it around far side. Matt battling for it along the half wall. Chips it up and out. That goes off a body. Matt will pick it up again, start up the far wall. Was in his skates as he entered the zone. Still battling along the corner. Sends it out front, nobody home. Starting ahead into the offensive zone. Hermantown drop pass to the point. Declan able to take that away and get it out of the zone. They're 3-on-1 as they cross the center ice. Declan, side of the net, forces it in behind. No shot there. Played up ahead. Tipped out of the zone. Matt will pick it up at center ice. Fires it right back into the corner. That'll rim around far side. Line change for the Rails as Hermantown retrieves. Pass ahead. Hermantown down into the zone. Shot from the slot. Blockered. Rebound cleared by Gray. Puck comes back out front. Cleared to the point, but not out. Crosses to the far wall. Breaks the stick on the dump-in attempt. Matt will pick up. He's going to fire to the far corner and peel off for a change. Drop pass from Rux. Brecken tried to center. Will comes over to help. That'll put back into the corner where Rux will give chase. Fans on a dump out attempt. Second attempt. Out of the zone. Poke checked away by Ruxin. Hermantown will go rink wide. Dumps it in off the referee. Comes back out of the zone. Will with it. Stripped off of his stick. Gray now. Plays it off the wall. Right back into the zone. Gray ahead for Will. He sidesteps one there. They streak ahead. They're 3-on-2. Back checkers make it even. Hermantown able to chip it up ahead. He's past pinching Miles. Fires the shot. Glove save on that one from Jace. Hermantown wins the draw, D-to-D. Tipped shot on net and scores. And with that, the score is now 2-0 with 5:30 left in the first period. Drop comes to the near side. Hermantown will skate into it. Down the near side wall. Around the corner, out front. Backhander goes wide. Matt plays it up the wall. Bria tries to chip it up. Sends it up again. This gets out. Referee indicates a tip. No icing. Tony will race ahead for it. He ends up with it. Shot goes in behind. Hermantown up ahead. Out of the zone, down the far side in. Declan, back pressure there, takes it away. Sent out front, shot, kick save. Poke checked away. Played up the wall, but it's held in. Miles picks this one up. He'll start ahead, dumps it out. Hermantown recovers, dumps it right back into the zone. Miles tries to lift that ahead. Still has the puck. Played up to the line, but not out. Shot, kick save, rebound, pushed wide. Played up and out of the zone. Tony trying to race into it. He'll get there first. Pushes one into the far corner. Bria takes it away on the wall. Centers. Hermantown will start it ahead. That pass misses. Icing the call. 3:56 left in the first period. Rails will Hermantown wins the draw. Dumped into the zone, sent right back out. Gray sends it ahead, but the offsides. We'll get a face-off just outside the Hermantown end here. Oh, they're going to say neutral zone draw, or center ice draw. Reckon on the dot. Will be the first one to it. Stripped of the puck. Dumped back out. Matt plays it from his own blue line. That's intercepted. Right into the zone go the Hawks. Played ahead for Will. Will tries to go cross ice. That was behind Rux. Able to tip it up for Brecken. Around behind. Puck still in the corner. Played up and out. Will gets it, fires it back in. That'll go wide of the net. Taken away by Will again. Off his stick. Hermantown starts ahead. Into the slot. Poked away before he can get the shot. Second attempt off the post. Brecken plays to the far corner. Will pick it up there. Chips it up ahead. It's in the skates, but out of the zone. Ruxin runs into a guy there. Hermantown into the zone. To the far circle. In behind. Centers to the circle. Shot over the net. Max, unable to control. Gets dumped right back into the corner. Comes back out front. Max will pick that up in the circle. Clearing attempt. Shot right back in on net. Jace will hang on. 2:07 remains in the first period. Defensive zone face-off here for the Rails. Hard shot, tipped wide. Puck goes around behind. Miles will play it in the corner. Intercepted at the half wall. Sent back up ahead by Miles. Top of the circle, sends it across. It's in Griffin's skates. Pack center cross. Sliding save from Jason. He covers up. Got a Hawk on the doorstep all alone. Backhand shot. Jace gets across. Declan on the dot here. Hermantown wins. Shot from the points. Tipped and saved by Jace. Hermantown with possession off the drop. Poke check by Matt. Max will pick this one up in the circle. Starts ahead. Fans on the clearing attempt. Hermantown able to dump it right back in. Off the sidewall by Matt. Griffin tips it up and out. Knocked back down by Hermantown, and they'll start into the zone. That goes off a skate. We'll have to regroup. Into the offensive zone. Matt backhands this one forward, out of the zone. Hermantown will force to play it in their own end. 1 minute left in the first period. Hermantown clears their zone. Comes down near side. Poke check. Down to the circle. Shot off the post. Centering attempt goes off a skate. Comes to the near side. Sent back down to the half wall. Declan delayed penalty there for a body check. Brecken wins the draw. Plays it into the corner. Far side corner. Matt fans on the clearing attempt. He'll keep the puck though. Backhander off a body. Up to the line but not out. Back down, bottom of the circle. A shot, kick save from Jace. Puck's out in the slot. Still bouncing around. Will picks this one up. Another shot off the post and in. Power play goal, number 12 for Hermantown. Extends the lead to 3-0 with 3.9 left in the first period. Hermantown wins the draw. And that'll end the first period. Shot totals for Hermantown this period, 13 for a first period save total for Jace of 10. Shots on goal for Proctor, 1 for a first period save total for the Hawks goaltender of 1.
Oh, yeah.
Hermantown wins the opening draw, second period. They'll dump it into the zone. Around behind, sent out front. That deflects off. Held it at the point. Shot blocked. Ruxin skates into this one, starts ahead. Chips it for Brecken. Into the offensive zone down the far side circle. Shot on net, gloved and held onto. Hermantown tries to clear. Sent back in by Will. That's wide of the net. Pressure from Ruxin and Will. Puck to the line. Miles holds it in. Dumps it down the half wall. Hermantown gets it back. Sends it out of the zone. Matt will curl at the blue line. Rink wide pass for Brecken. Up ahead into the zone. Tries a backhand over to Will. That's taken away. Into the offensive zone down the near wall. Hermantown centers. Brecken fumbled. Hermantown picks it up. Shot on net. Save from Jace. He'll hang on. Declan wins the drawback from Matt. He comes near side, starts out up the near side wall, into the slot. Far side. Backhands one towards the net. That goes wide. Declan's got it on the half wall. Side steps down the wall. Centered out front. Save from the goaltender. Puts it wide. Hermantown, rink wide pass as they enter the zone. Gray battling on the wall, getting help from Declan. Declan clears up the wall, but not out. Dump back down to the corner. Bria tries to clear. That's shot on net. Saved by Jace, and he'll hang on. One back to the point by Hermantown. Shot on net, kick save. Rebound cleared aside by Gray. Hermantown down into the slot. Hard shot off the body. Jace grabs the fluttering puck before it can hit the ice again. Hermantown wins the drawback. Shot on net off the post. Cleared high out of the zone. Icing is indicated. And it does make it. So icing the call. 12:42 left in the second period. Rails will get another defensive zone faceoff here. Hermantown with possession off the draw. Taken away by Max and Griffin. Forced out of the zone. Center taken away by Brecken. He'll start ahead. Clears off the glass. Hermantown in their own end. Stretch pass. Takes them out of the zone. Down the near side wall. Around behind. Still a possession into the slot. Centers to the slot. Taken away by Brecken. He's able to clear the zone. Hermantown will reset in the neutral zone and come right back in. Poke checked away there. Puck possession to Hermantown in the circle. Cleared to the line but not out. Shot there. Tipped on net. Save from Jace. Declan wins the draw over to Matt. He goes behind the net. Rims it around for Will. Up ahead for Declan. That's intercepted. Dumped back in. Matt sends it up the wall. Will able to tip it out. Foot race and neutral ice. Hermantown plays it back ahead. Centered. That goes through everybody. Played in behind. Gray will pick it up there. Plays back behind. Hermantown intercepts. Four-man scrum in the corner. Ruxin, the fifth man in, takes it away, puts it back into the near side corner. Gray and Declan will battle for it again. Will comes over to help out this time. Will off the half wall with it now, up into center ice. Over for Declan, into the offensive zone. Hands to Ruxin on the wall. Battling down in the corner. Will loses an edge. Ruxin tries to center. Declan, backhander towards the net. That's wide. Ruxin in behind, plays it back for Declan. Up to the point for Gray. He holds the zone, but it's cleared. Got a breakaway. Centers. Pass too far. Hermantown down behind the net. Back to the corner. Tipped up to the point. Will tries to get, Miles tries to get it around him. Couldn't. Miles plays to the corner. Puck squirts behind the net now. Hermantown has. Back to the point. Shot from there. Knocked aside by Jace. Declan will pick this one up. Exits the zone with a chip off the wall. Hermantown takes it away at center ice, right back into the zone. Down into the circle with it. Miles takes it away, fires it off the end wall. Will on the half wall, chips it up, but not out. Held in it, centered. Gray battling in the corner, Declan over to help. Ruxin joins the fray. Puck comes out front. Miles will knock that in behind the net. Pass up for Will. He's able to chip it up and out. Dumped right back in, but Hermantown hadn't cleared yet, so we'll get a neutral zone faceoff on the offsides call. 9 minutes even left in the second period. Score still 3-0. Hermantown wins this draw. Into the zone on the near side. Centered, taken away by Miles. Tony on the half wall with it. Centers, out of the zone by Brecken. Hermantown right back into the zone. Bria has it there. Tries to center. That's off a stick. Miles now has. We'll start ahead. Centers for Bria. They're offsides. They got to regroup. Brecken retreats. Plays it off the glass. Tony centers. It gets past Bria into the near side corner. Hermantown lifts it ahead. Cleared up but not out. Finally, the second effort does get the puck out of the zone. Into the offensive zone, though, rim it around. Centered. Miles tries to kick it to his stick. It's taken away. Matt pokes it ahead for Miles. He'll regroup. Chip it up ahead, but that's held in at the blue line. Shot from the high slot. Blocked by Matt wide of the net. Hermantown in behind. Played to the near side point. Behind the net. Sent out to the slot. That misses through the skates, and that'll clear the zone. Rink wide dump pass. Matt will play it at his own blue line. Back up for Bria. Taken away before she can get into the zone. Tony with some effort there. Gets it back ahead. Hermantown into the zone, far side, down into the high slot. Shot from there, blocked. That was Gray. Cleared up ahead by Tony, behind Brecken. Hermantown has to wait to reset. Back down into the zone, shot there, wide of the net. In behind, sent out front, that hits a body. Puck still bouncing around the high slot. Now he gets it, he scores. .6:48 left in the second period. Hawks have extended their lead to 4-0. Declan sends it in. Taken right back out by the Hawks. Into the offensive zone, passes near side. Centers, save from Jace on the kick save. Comes to the high slot. Declan will pick this one up and start out. Reaches center ice, he'll dump it in. Sent up and out. Gray will play this at the red line. Back over for Declan, tips it ahead, but it's taken away by the Hawks again. Into the offensive zone come the Hawks down the near side wall. Stops in the corner, centers, tips, shot. Pad save and smothered by Jace. Hawks win the draw, back to the point. Shot blocked. That was Max. He wore that one, I think, off the butt. Declan battling along the wall there. Miles comes over to help. Hawks back out front. He stumbles. Delayed penalty called there. I think Declan's going back to the box for a slash. It was called by the backside referee. So with that call, Rails back to the penalty kill. Minor penalty for slashing will be or tripping. Hermantown possession off the draw. Slashing the official call from the refs. Hermantown in behind. Played up to the near side point. Played down to the far wall. Gray tips to the corner. Ties his man up there. Hermantown in behind. Sent out front. Knocked away by Miles. One shot on net. Save from Jace. Cleared up and out of the zone finally. Hawks start ahead from their own end. Played ahead. That was a miscue. Brecken will just dump it back into the zone. Hermantown through neutral ice. Down the far side wall. Pinned along the half wall by Ruxin. For the point, they'll play down to the corner. It's intercepted by Gray. He clears it to the near side. Miles at the half wall, chips it ahead. Up, but not out. That's held in right on the line. Miles up off the wall, held in again. Hermantown walks the line. Brecken dives, takes the man out. He gets landed on. Looks like he's hurt. Hermantown still has possession, so we can't get Brecken off the ice. And now we finally do. Brecken back up under his own power. 4:13 left in the second period. 7 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Declan. Tony will take this defensive zone draw. Hermantown wins. Played back to the point. Declan back on both teams full strength. Hermantown back to the corner with it. In behind. Around this near side. Still surveys. Curls. That hit the referee behind the net there. Declan picks up the loose puck. Fans on the first clearing attempt. Gets it up to Bria, who chips it up and out. Tony skates into it with some speed. Crosses. Shot. That'll stick save. And a cover. 3:33 remains in the second period. We'll get an offensive zone faceoff here for the Rails. Hermantown wins back to the corner. Declan with pressure there. Shot in on net. Is it Matt? Shot from Matt there. Gloved and held on to. That was... Declan back on the dot. Puck squirts to the wall. Hermantown walks away with it. They're out of the zone. Reaches the red line, fires it in. Jace will glove and drop. Nobody there. Matt picks this one up, plays it ahead, but it's held in. Dumped right back into the end wall. Gray from behind the net. He's stripped. Comes out front through everybody. Tony off a stick. Second effort. Doesn't quite clear the zone. Played up and out. Tony now. He's got one to beat. Declan picks up the loose puck. In on the far side. Down to the slot. Tony with it. Shot. Glove. Dropped. Rebound. Saved as well. Hermantown possession off that draw. Battle there from Griff. Hermantown tip play, give and go. They're out of the zone. Down the near side wall. Forced into the wall by Miles. Up front, centered, taken away by Brecken. He'll fire this one down the center of the ice. On net for a shot. Stretch pass intercepted. Griffin hustles to get out of the zone. Gray didn't wait quite long enough. Needed a half a tick longer. Offsides the call. 2:02 left in the second. Hermantown with possession off this draw. It's dumped all the way down off of Matt. He'll be forced to play it on the end wall. Loses it in his skates. Hermantown in behind. Out the near side. Centering attempt goes off of Chase. Matt clears it, but not out. He gets it back. He'll fire it back up the wall. It's held in at the point. Matt picks it up on the half wall, starts ahead. Into the zone down the far side. Bottom of the circle. Backhand shot blocked aside. Puck comes to the half wall. Stretch pass does connect. He's in behind. Hard shot misses the net. Max with it here. Chips it up and out. Brecken ended up in the zone before the puck. Another offside call there with 56.3 left. Declan wins the draw back to Gray. Puck into the end wall there. Hermantown will start out. Far circle. Played ahead. Matt picks this up at the blue line. Tries to center. It's off a stick. Declan able to get it to Will, who gets it up out of the zone. Sent back in. Into the slot. He'll curl back to the far blue line. Shot blocked by Matt out front. Played ahead by Will. Back into the zone, but offsides. 20.6 left in the second period. We'll get another neutral zone draw. Draw one by Hermantown. They wait for a reset before they go in offsides. Into the zone. 10 to the middle. Played ahead by Rux, not out of the zone. Shot blocked off of the stick. Centering attempt off the base of the net. 1 second left. And that'll end the second period. Shot totals after two. Second period shot totals for Hermantown 9. For a second period save total of 8 for Jay. Second period shot totals for the Rails 7. For a second period save total for the Hawks goaltender of 7. Puck shoved forward by Hermantown right off the draw. Miles will play that one. Sorry, that was Gray. Hermantown intercepts the entering attempt. Centered, that goes all the way through. Hawks around behind. Stops, center, that goes through everybody. Held in at the point. Shot from the dot. That misses wide. Will on the half wall, chips it ahead for Brecken. Plays it up for Rux. He'll sweep it into the near side corner. Hawks with possession in the corner. They'll start ahead. Stretch pass doesn't quite connect. Second effort does get him into the zone. Nobody ahead of him. Hard shot. Chase ducked. Makes the save. chip effort there from Will. Gets it out of the zone on the clear by Miles. Hermantown right back into the zone. They'll dump to the corner. Miles in behind, up to Will. Backhanded ahead. That was out of the zone, in offsides. 13:37 left in the third. Draw will come outside the Rails end. Hawks win the draw. Matt on the half wall, chips it ahead, held in at the blue line. Shot blocked out front. Bria up for Tony, tips it back. Bria chips it out of the zone. Hermantown regains at the red line, dumps it right back in. Miles for Matt, plays it ahead for Tony. He had broken for the wall. That's going to go all the way down, and icing will be called. 13:01 left in the third. Rails forced to start in their own end once more. Hermantown with possession off the draw, back to the point. Gray has it, chips it up. Tony for Declan, they're out of the zone. Declan loses possession down the near side wall. Bria's got it in behind, chips it to the near side corner. Hermantown plays it ahead. Stretch pass, Matt able to intercept. Matt up the wall for Tony. He hands off to Declan, and they're out of the zone. Poke check just inside the line. Hermantown starts ahead out of the zone. 3-on-2 as they cross the blue line. Shot, that was going wide. Jace knocks it down into the corner. Sent out front. One-time shot off the blocker. Good save from Jace. Declan has it now. Shot from the top of the circle. Stick save. And he'll cover. Hermantown controls the puck off the draw. They'll start ahead up near side with the pass. Curls back to the middle. Shot from the circle, scores. .11:33 left in the third. Hawks have extended their lead to 5-0. Hermantown wins the draw all the way back into their own end. Griffin battling in the corner for it. Matt steps up at the blue line, forces it down to the corner. He'll pick it up himself. Up the far side. Held in there. Brecken takes a man out. It is Max. Brecken over for Matt. That's off his stick. Hermantown into the zone. That shot ends up in the near side corner. Brecken chops that one. That's up. Held in at the blue line. Sent in. Matt actually blocks that one. Off the wall, out of the zone. Hermantown forced to regroup. Pass back into the zone near side. Chip to the middle. Gets it back. Shot. Glove save from Chase as the net comes off. 10:35 left in the third period. Draw will come to Chase's right. Hermantown possession. Push towards the net. Matt clears it back to the wall. He'll pick it up himself. Starts up and out. Loses possession at neutral ice. Will has. Sends back up for Matt. Into the zone onside. That was not offsides. Offside's the call. Hermantown, bottom of the circle, tries the center. Gray clears. Will pick that up. Rink wide pass. Rocks picks this up, dumps it down into the end. Will on the half wall has. Down into the slot, backhand shot, scores! Will breaks the seal with an unassisted goal on that steal off the half wall. Shutout ruined with 9:47 left in the third. Hermantown wins the draw. Player dumped there. That was Roxanne. Hermantown, number 12, going to the box. Minor penalty for roughing. Rails to the power play. 9:36 left. Chance to shrink the deficit. Hermantown possession off the draw. In their own corner. Up to the line. It does get past Miles and out. Matt will be forced to come all the way down and play it. Icing called. Apparently not deflected off Miles at the blue line. So we'll get another offensive zone face-off here for the Rails. Hermantown wins to the wall. Still has possession in the corner. Plays it around behind. Played it off the wall. Like it's over Matt's stick. Icing indicated, and that'll be the call. .101 left in the minor penalty to the Hawks. Brecken wins back to Miles. Hands back to Brecken. Tries to sidestep there. Takes a man down. That's going to be a delayed call. And as Brecken plays it, that will end the man advantage for the Rails. They'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 51 seconds. Rocks wins it over to Miles. Matt will pick it up in the circle. Starts up the near side wall. Shot from the blue line. Scores! 4-on-4 goal for the Rails. Matt scores. We'll give the assist to Miles, playing it off the wall. Deficit is now 5-2. Hermantown wins that draw down into the zone. Matt takes it away. Up out of the zone again. He's got some speed. Down in the middle, into the slot. Backhander from the circle.
Proctor Rails for number 25, William Baker.
No. 36. Draw one back by Ruxin. Matt will hop down into the corner, plays it around behind. Rux picks it up, sends it back. That's intercepted. Out front, right in front of the net. Stretch pass, gets them into the zone. Down into the slot, backhand scores. 4-on-4 goal. Hermantown now leads by a score of 6-2. It was officially a power play. Actually, it was officially a... some confusion about scoring here. Yeah, so it was officially a power play goal for the Hawks. The penalty to the Hermantown player had expired. Both teams to full strength. Hermantown wins the draw, taken away by Miles. Toe drag in the slot, taken away by Gray. Tony will play it back for him. Ahead for Declan. Tries to go through the skates. Doesn't quite connect. Hermantown back into the offensive zone. He gets by Miles. Pass the sides. Bounced off his stick into the corner. Sent out front. Played ahead. Tony can't clear the zone. Hermantown with it. Shot from the circle. Over the net. Bria able to clear the zone there. It's taken off her stick though. Hermantown touches up, back in the zone on sides. Declan will rim this one around far side. Chip back into the corner. Declan with it again, gives it away into the corner. Hawks have possession in behind. Gray fires it up ahead. That goes off the referee, dies at center ice. Hermantown with it, plays it ahead. Poke check before they can get it in. Second effort does. Down into the slot. Hermantown has it, top of the circle. Poke check to the far wall. That'll be played in behind. Tony, the first one on it here on the half wall. Tries to protect it. It's taken away. Declan around behind the net. Up far side, clears near side. Hermantown takes it away. Right back into the zone they go. Declan fires it off the far wall. Taken away by Miles, sent back into the corner. Matt picks this one up. Plays it off a stick into the slot. Declan able to step into this one. Out of the zone far side. Tries the toe drag. Into the zone, they'll stay on sides. Hermantown takes it away. Stretch pass in behind the D. Shot from the circle, that's blocked. Gray got his stick in on it. Matt tries to get it up the wall. That's sent back to the corner. Gray will rim it around. Max with a good battle along the half wall there. Both players go down in a heap. Sent out to the circle. Matt will pick this one up, start ahead. Plays it ahead for Tony. Chips into the zone, but not close enough for Brecken to pick it up. Max off his skate into the zone. Tony hadn't cleared yet, so offside's the call with 5:09 left in the third. Hermantown wins the draw. Rink wide pass, tipped into the zone. That'll go in behind the net. Sent back to the circle. Max plays it ahead, but it's intercepted. Played back off the wall. Hermantown still with possession down to the corner. Miles rims it up the wall. Tipped up and out of the zone. That's not going to make it for icing. Hermantown forced to play. Stretch pass up to the near blue line. Does a spin move, walks to the slot, hands it off. From the bottom of the circle, shoots it wide. Sent back down into the corner there. Miles has behind the net. Fanned on his clearing attempt. Second effort there from Max, puts it out of the zone. Griffin will skate into it. He's into the offensive zone with it. That goes off his stick. The Hawks curl. Rink wide pass. Tipped away by Max. They'll get it back. Into the offensive zone, hands it off. Shot there, scores. .358 left in the third. Score is now 7-2. Draw one back by Hermantown. They'll dump it into the zone. That goes to the corner. Back from behind his own net. Up ahead for Will. Able to tip it out of the zone. Declan skates into one. Being harassed from behind into the zone. Backhand. Glove save. Rebound. Into the net. Ruxin from Declan and Matt. Rails back within 4 with 3:37 left in the third. Score 7-3. Ruxin on the doorstep, found that loose change and put it home. Hermantown with possession off the draw. Matt chips it ahead for Will. It's intercepted. Matt rink wide for Miles to pick it up off the wall. Hermantown up the far side wall. Clear the zone. Tipped away by Ruxin. Declan hooked from behind. No call. Will on the far wall with it now. Centers. Ruxin in the slot. Backhand. Shot. Oh, kick save. Hermantown able to clear up the near side. Good pressure from Miles. Matt wins the puck race there. Backhands this one ahead. Nobody there. Hermantown will be forced to play it again. Declan takes it away. His dump in hit Rux. Comes near side to Rux off a Declan stick. Down in there, loses it to the end wall. Rux sends it up the wall. Miles will pinch. Play it up around him. Hermantown had the puck go in behind them. So Miles steps up and dumps it into the corner. Gray intercepts. He's got to wait for Rux to get out of the zone. He does. Rux has the puck taken off his stick. Hawks back down the near side wall. Bottom of the circle, sends it out front. That goes off a skate to the line. Rux forces it up and not out. Bria plays this one ahead. Long pass, tips off of Matt's stick into the corner. That'll play it in behind. Hawks back to the point. Shot, gloved, held onto. Jace saw that one the whole way. Brecken wins the draw to Gray in the corner. Sent out front, intercepted by Brecken. He's able to get it up out of the zone. Hermantown takes it away at center ice, though. Back into the zone on sides. Gray will play this for Bria. She dumps it down. Icing waved off. It's not going to make it anyways. Brecken picks it up at the bottom of the circle. Curls, looking for a pass. Bria in the circle, pushes it wide. Hermantown up out of their zone. 3-on-2 as they cross center ice. Shot from the neutral zone, misses the net. Sent out front, tuck-in attempt. Jace is able to get there. He'll cover up. .5 left in the third. Rails trailing by a score of 7-3. Hawks win the draw. We'll go back to the far point. Dumped around. Rucks in the first one there. Matt picks it up. Ahead for Max that missed the mark. Held in at the point. Matt knocks down a dump in attempt. He's able to clear. This also won't make it for icing, so the Hermantown will have to play it in their own end. Played up ahead, out of the zone. Hawks gain entry on the far side. Drop pass. Sent back down in behind. To the centering attempt, knocked away by Jace. Active stick there from the goalie. Another centering attempt. Miles puts his guy into the wall. Puck comes out front. Jace able to find that one. He'll cover as the horn sounds. Rails fall to the Hawks, 7-3. Scoreboard got turned off before I could take a look at the final shot totals, so won't have a final for you there, but Rails score 3 in the third. That's how to make it a game.
And what was there, 3 power play goals? I think 3.
Rails are back in action Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. We'll be traveling to Rock Ridge, so if you don't want to make